Welcome to Golden Chat, where we provide straight talk. Each week, we deliver the best insights on assisted living facilities. I'm your host, Stella, with your co hosts, Lana and Pedro. Good morning, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes. How are you?
Hey, let's get right into it. What is an ALF? It's a licensed facility that provides activities of daily living on a 24-hour basis. Caregivers and medical staff are always available. So let's begin. We're going to discuss a question that we received from one of our viewers. How do you find the best tenant operator for your rental property? So Stella, what do you think about that topic there?
I
Start.
actually, I actually loved it because we write in it.
Okay.
So that's one of my best thing.
All right.
What I would start by saying is, as a property owner who is doing investments, you have many opportunities out there to get different kind of tenants. But one of your best tenants are operators of assisted living facilities. Now, let's clarify what type of properties are working with operations of assisted living facilities, so you know, and you don't just go and talk about to anybody. So we're talking about single family homes. If you have three bedroom and 2 bathroom as a minimum, that would work.
Okay.
4 bedroom, 2 bathroom are better. If you have 6 bedroom, 8 bedroom, 10 bedrooms, we love you. Just come and talk to us as well, but talk to operators. They will love you.
Right.
Um, Now, that's on the residential side. On the commercial side, you have offices, either medical offices or small offices could work as well. They might need a little bit of repurposing and conversion, but they work. Small churches do work as well. In that repurposing and conversion, and you have as well schools, small schools. We actually right now repurposing a small school, into an assisted living facility. So it's fun. So if you have a small school, a small church, offices, and you don't have tenants, feel free to approach operators because that might work. Now, the thing you have to bear in mind is the zoning, how to allow it.
Okay.
So basically, you can go and talk to your city or your county just to make sure that your property is zoned for an assisted living facility operation. When it comes to the residential, they call group homes for up to 6 residents, and when it's in commercial, it's just assisted living facilities. So look for those two mentioned under what uses are available for your property.
Wow, you done covered the gamut on that. That's a lot of information, and
I,
it's
I
great
just love
information
it.
actually.
I
Great
just love
information
it.
from
You can
0 to 14, or
tell. She's very passionate on that topic.
Yeah. Now,
You
the
know,
one thing I would
we
say
have,
though, it's
uh-huh.
um, you may ask yourself, okay, I'm going to rent my house or my commercial property to an operator. Do
right.
I need to adjust that property, or do I need to make it handicap accessible and all that? This is going to be a negotiation between you and the operator. It's common practice for operators to actually come and do their own build out or fit out,
Okay.
but it could be as well a situation, and we are talking about Atlanta, where you may have a facility and you understand the assisted living business, and it's easier for you to install the equipment, and you want to do so because maybe you may derive another kind of deal or another kind of lease with the operator. So it's a matter of negotiation.
That's true because in order to make all the modifications that the state requires, and you're in the business, then you're going to know what the plant standards are.
Yeah.
So, and you may want to make sure that your equipment that you're installing and your modifications that you're making, you want to make sure that that's going to be a great investment because you want to make sure that facility is running well. You want to make sure that generator is cooling that entire home. You want to make sure that that fire panel is meeting up to the code. So, there's a lot that's involved. So, and like you said, there's so much room for negotiation. You just have to decide what you want and what the person that you're looking to have it as a rental and is looking for us to, what their expectations are as well. So it's very individualized depending on what background that renter actually has.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, because that may be new information to you, feel free to just give us a call. At the end of the chat, we'll give our contact information, but we do offer free consultations. And for people, for investors like you, so just take advantage of it. Just call us, and we'll be happy to offer any assistance we can.
Yes, for sure. And next week on Golden Chat, we're actually going to address a scenario that I was involved in, wherein a potential investor was actually denied the loan by the lender. And we're going to look at options that we could have addressed in regards to getting potential investors to actually get that situation approved. So please stay tuned next week on Golden Chat, as we are here to answer all your questions and give you some free advice.
So before you get there, let's just draw a little bit more on the benefits of having an operator as a renter, because we taking the assumption that people may know, or property owner may know, but they may not. So for example, Pedro, you actually have the situation where your second facility is a rental. So maybe you want to
Oh,
explain, being the situation, what the benefits are.
Well, there definitely are some financial benefits from that because you didn't have to come up with the initial down payment and the purchasing of a facility. So you're actually going in and you're renting a location. The rehab and getting ADA compliant were things that I negotiated in the lease contract. So those things I'm definitely were responsible for. The owner of the property maintains the roof, the structure, even the air condition. Those were things that we kind of negotiated. But when it comes to the interior piece of the facility, those are the areas that I'm responsible for, even up to things such as the refrigerator and wash machines, things of that nature. So it's going to be very important for you to decide on how you structure that contract, because you're going to want to make sure that it's specific. You're also going to want to make, because if you remember the housing crisis in '07, there was a lot of individuals who were underwater and they were in trouble. So you're definitely going to want to put a clause in your contract so that your landlord is definitely
Mhm.
paying that
Yeah.
mortgage. So keep that in mind.
mhm.
Yeah, and on the owner side, just want to say that the benefit for you having an operator is that you have a long-term tenant in place, so
Yes.
you avoid all the vacancies that you may have with a regular tenant, because they don't move. They have their operations there, and the resident, that's where they live. So most likely you're going to have a long-term lease, and the length of the lease will depend on what you agree. And the second benefit is having somebody who pays on time. So basically, you can beat that.
Right.
Seriously, being able to know that your rent is going to be paid. You're not going to have to go after your tenant to make sure they pay. Hopefully,
Right.
it's going to be
Right.
paid on time. And then the good thing as well is about the maintenance. Sometimes when you have a regular tenant, and as Pedro was saying, you never know what you're going to have with your property, because people, they it's not their property, they don't care about it. When you have operators, they do care about it, because the security, the safety, the home feeling, the the well-being of their resident depend on that. So
Yes.
you have that additional assurance that they're going to take care of your property. So that's why we believe that operators are one of the best tenants you can get for a rental property.
And also, to mention the oversight, you're going to have the oversight from your licensing agency, the fire department, the health department, uh, home health,
Patrick.
an abundance of individuals, family members. So there's a lot of oversight that you have to. So the property, for sure, it's a great investment opportunity.
And
Yeah.
we get a lot of the question is, how do we find these renters? And
Yeah.
so, you know, as a clinician, as a registered nurse, and a real estate agent myself, there's a lot of people, a lot of nurses, a lot of doctors, a lot of physical therapists, occupational therapists, a lot of people that's in the healthcare industry are looking to start their own business. And so it's a great opportunity for them. And also because of their background, it makes it a little bit easier because you have a lot of experience. So, and also your real estate agent can, reach out to all of her contacts and then look
That's
for
true.
potential investors as well. So that's a huge avenue to resource as well for finding that renter. So there's a lot of good opportunities and avenues that can be helpful for that person looking for the renter.
So one of the things I would recommend as well is going to the local associations about assisted living facilities for operators, going to the meetings or the meetups. That's where you're going to find them because that's where they gather. So
Right.
you want to
Networking.
make sure, yeah, you want to make sure you network with
Yeah.
those people. For example, in Florida, we have FALA. So you may want to look it up if you live in Florida. They
Mhm.
have directories to help you as well find and locate operators. Another resource are lenders. Lenders who provide funding for assisted living facilities. Sometimes those of the applicants may have been denied because they were not meeting the bank's criteria. That's where you have an opportunity because if they don't, then if you have the property, it's easier for them to lease off you. So there you go. Don't think about the lenders as well and ask them.
Mhm.
Right.
That's a good point.
That's
Very good point, especially networking with people that are in the industry. That's a really good point, Stella.
Yeah, that's very important. And again, as you network with various people, we are one of the people you can network with because we do offer free consultation to point you in the right direction. We like helping people. We have that expertise, as Lana said. She's a nurse, a realtor, an operator. Pedro is an operator, and I would call him a crisis manager for operators as well. He's the
Mhm.
kind of guy you want to call when you're in trouble because he have the solutions. He always know what to do about it. So contact us and myself. I'm an investor as well, a developer, a realtor. And when it comes to assisted living facility, I just love this industry. So contact us, talk to us, get a free consultation, and just do it. Make it happen for yourself.
That's
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 right.
awesome. That's awesome. And I've definitely resourced Mr. Pedro over there for emergency crisis situations. So he's a great resource.
Right. Give us a
Very
call.
good.
Give us a call.
Very good. Thanks, Pedro.
Well, next week, right?
Yes, so you can actually contact us on easierlivingforyou.com, and you can call us as well on 407-794-7277, and feel free to email us. Sometimes you may be running out of time, so email us at hello@easierlivingforyou.com. We'll be happy to answer, and we pride ourselves to respond within 24 hours, so don't hesitate. So we'll see you next week again at 12:45, and stay tuned. As Lana said, you want to hear about that case situation because that may be a good opportunity for you as an investor if you have a property already that is available for rental.
Hmm. Yes. Thank you guys so much. It was great chatting on Golden Chats.
Definitely. See
See
you
you next
next
week.
week.
Bye bye.
Bye.